Hi, and welcome to a business model canvas analysis of the company Trek10, a cloud computing professional services firm based in South Bend, Indiana. Trek10 specializes in Amazon Web Service projects and offers deep technical expertise to many clients who use these AWS systems to manage their businesses. We'll begin by taking a look at Trek10's customers. As a cloud computing company focusing exclusively on AWS projects, it follows that Trek10's customers are companies who use AWS to manage their businesses. This includes companies of all sizes, though for larger companies, Trek10 typically works with projects of narrow scope and a very specific focus. Most of Trek10's clients are based in the US, although it technically has a presence on 5 different continents. Trek10's most important partnership, logically, is with Amazon, specifically with AWS. Trek10's clients use AWS and rely on Trek10 to help them manage these systems. Further, Trek10 benefits from its status as an advanced consulting partner with AWS, because potential clients can learn about Trek10's services through Amazon, which has an enormous global presence. Trek10 also has important partnerships with several IT distributors, which promote Trek10 to potential clients in return for a fee. This gives Trek10 access to many clients it may not otherwise reach, and we'll touch on this a little bit more later. Moving on to key activities. Trek10 offers professional services to its clients, and accordingly, many of its key activities include designing customized AWS systems and training clients to effectively use these systems. Another core activity includes its managed services branch, in which Trek10 essentially acts as a 24/7 help desk and expert desk for AWS-related problems. In order to conduct these consulting activities, Trek10 relies heavily on the technical expertise of its employees. This technical knowledge is the most important resource at the core of Trek10's business model. Specifically, Trek10's employees must hold technical expertise in cloud computing and Amazon Web Services. Its consultants often hold AWS certifications, and these certifications serve as a more concrete, quantifiable representation of Trek10's resources. To some extent, these certifications serve as validation of technical expertise to current and potential clients. Trek10 offers unique value to clients through a deep and narrow specialty in 2 areas: IoT, or Internet of Things, and serverless technology, in which there are no servers for Trek10 or its clients to manage, and the client can easily scale with usage. It's important to note that Trek10 competes, sometimes head-to-head, with major tech consulting companies such as Accenture, and as a much smaller firm, Trek10 has to specialize in certain fields to justify why clients should choose its services instead. Especially in its first several years, Trek10 offered value proposition through regional differentiation, essentially its regional presence in the Midwest. This reduced to the extent to which Trek10 had to compete with major consulting firms and allowed Trek10 to reach local clients in a region where tech consulting is traditionally not as prevalent. Taking a look at customer relationships, it's important to note that Trek10, as a professional services firm, relies heavily on its relationship with clients. Many of its clients are repeat customers, and Trek10 can offer additional value by providing exceptional customer service. Especially as a small firm, Trek10 is easily harmed by any negative feedback from clients, so it's important that they emphasize customer relationships as an essential part of their business model. Trek10 reaches clients through 2 primary methods. The first involves publishing technical content on blogs, online, other sources, research documents, as well as attending technical conferences. It develops and promotes technical content and attracts clients who notice and reference this content. Trek10 also uses IT distributors, as mentioned in the key partnerships section, to promote its services to new clients. These distributors have access to many businesses with specific technical needs and can match clients to firms, such as Trek10, who offer solutions to these problems. As a professional services firm, Trek10's biggest costs are its people. It has to pay its consultants and developers to provide services to clients, and especially in the cloud computing space, employees with this sort of deep, specialized technical expertise can be expensive. To a lesser extent, Trek10 must also account for office and travel costs. Some of its employees work remotely, but they still require travel costs when meeting with clients in person. For those employees who do work in the South Bend office, Trek10 must account for office space and amenities, though the company does likely reduce office costs by being based in South Bend as opposed to, for example, San Francisco, where a lot of the technical clients may be. Lastly, we'll take a look at how Trek10 brings in revenue. Similar to other professional service firms, Trek10 works with clients who pay Trek10 in return for the services they provide. As we saw under the Key Activities section, these services include a lot of advising, designing, and training for cloud computing systems. A client might hire Trek10 to build a customized AWS platform, and then train its employees on how to use the system. This sort of fee structure might be a one-time deal, but Trek10's clients might also pay for ongoing services, such as managing an AWS system, monitoring usage, fixing technical issues that arise over time, adding features to an existing system. This might be a recurring fee structure and earn Trek10 sustained revenue from the same client over time. Thank you for watching. This has been a business model canvas analysis presentation on the company Trek10.